it's Rebecca. Welcome back to my kitchen. I hope you guys can see me good. In fact, I'm gonna actually adjust my lighting here for a minute so that I don't look like a crazy person. Hopefully that's a little bit better, you guys. Sorry about that. All right, hey, I wanted to come at you this afternoon, kind of twofold actually. First, I need to address for you, we are gonna be making lunch for me. So I am actually making a Zoodle Sesame ChickPea cold salad. It is so delicious, a little bit of a spin. You guys know I love my cold Zoodle pad thai. This is a nice blend or a nice contrast to that. It's not as spicy, doesn't have as much kick, but it's got a lot of similar ingredients. It's got that Asian flair with the ginger and garlic and sesame oil. It is absolutely delicious. And the thing I like the most about this is that you can make a lot of this ahead of time, throw it into a container the night before and take it with you to work, throw the sauce on when you get to work, and it absolutely makes a perfect on-the-go lunch that you can eat whether you're at home working or you're at the office working, and it's absolutely fantastic. And it's gonna fuel your day and help you feeling great all afternoon long. Thanks for popping on, you guys. Like I just mentioned, we are making a Sesame ChickPea Zoodle salad. It is delicious. I'm gonna go over all the ingredients with you guys and we're gonna quickly whip it together. It's that simple. It should take literally less than 5 minutes, and a majority of that is the time it's gonna take to just make the dressing that's gonna go on top of the zoodles. All right, guys? But I also want to, while I'm kind of opening up and going through some of the ingredients that we're gonna use today, I wanted to kind of chat with you. And the reason I actually came at you today at lunchtime was based on some, I don't want to say feedback, but based on some words of wisdom that were granted upon me over the last couple of days. So I've had a handful of people who have been following me just like you guys. And you guys, I love you. I love the fact that I get the opportunity to connect with individuals all over the United States, Canada, the UK, and really be able to meet people and hopefully help them bit by bit, little by little, make healthier choices, whether it's in their kitchen or going to work out or whatever it is. The fact that I get the chance to connect with you guys makes what I get to do every single day, brings me my heart and soul on fire. So, but the feedback that I was given, or actually the statement that has been said to me a couple times is, Rebecca, you always seem like you've got it all together. Or when I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to have it all together. And it kind of stopped me in my tracks the last couple times that somebody said that to me. And the reason that it stopped me in my tracks is because, you guys, listen, I do not have my shit together. 9 times out of 10, if I am coming on live to do a video about cooking, it is seriously, I am like a crazy person getting online. I mean, look, this is an example. Truly, I did not stage this. I just realized it when I took off my sweatshirt. I was up at 4 a.m. this morning to get up, get myself kind of organized for the day, have my couple of minutes to myself before I headed to the gym to teach a class. And of course, I'm in the dark, like many of you guys who try to get up before maybe a significant other, and I'm getting dressed in the dark, basically, right? So I just realized, and this is just a small example of how I do not have my shit together. I literally just realized that I have my shirt, my workout shirt, on inside out. If you can tell, I've got basically the tag, yes, completely. This whole entire thing is on inside out, and guess what? Shit happens. That is what happens when we're trying to do everything. Perception is just the reality that you guys see, but the reality truly is that none of us have our shit together. It might look on Facebook, or it might look on Instagram, or when you're passing me in the store like I have my shit together. I am just like you. I have my moments where I seriously just want to curl up in a ball in the bathroom and cry on the floor because the kids are driving me crazy, or I feel like I don't have enough time for everything. And even little things like this where I'm wanting to quickly make a lunch and I just don't necessarily feel like I've got the time on my hands. So you guys, seriously, we all have our moments. None of us has our shit pulled together all the way, 100% all the time. And if somebody tries to let you believe that that's the case and that their life is perfect and that they never have a moment where they screw up, they say something wrong, they drop the ball and they forget something, whatever it is, they're lying to you, because none of us are perfect and we just don't live in that reality. So I wanted to come at you guys and just kind of share with you that, because it really hit me hard, and honestly at heart is more than anything, because the one thing I want you guys to know is that when you come into my kitchen or when you come into my home, when you connect with me on social media, the number one thing I don't want you to do is feel like I'm up here or that my life is perfect, because it's not. I'm just like you guys, just working hard each and every day to be a better person, to be a better mom, to be a better mentor, hopefully, to some of you guys. And that is a struggle. The struggle is real. So I also have some tips for you guys on maybe some of the things I have changed over the last couple of years that maybe have helped me to get my shit together a little bit more than I used to, but we'll hit those a little bit later. So again, you guys, thanks for jumping on and joining me. I told you we're making a ginger soy chickpea zoodle salad. It's a cold salad you can make ahead of time. So obviously we know we've got zoodles in this recipe. So I'm gonna actually start by putting those together. There's also zoodled carrots in this recipe. You can use this same exact zoodler that I use. As you guys can see, you guys have seen videos from me before. I use this bad boy all the time. I don't need some crazy ginormous gadget to make my zoodles. This tool right here does the trick for me. It was like $5, as seen on TV section at Walgreens probably. If you don't see it at Walgreens, I promise you, if you just go on to Amazon or Google and you search handheld zoodler, you're gonna see a picture of this thing and it works like a charm. There's not a bunch of pieces that you can break. It's seriously amazing. I also, food hack, I did buy pre-spiralized carrots. Honestly, like a container like this was like $2. And you know what? Saves me time. So I say I'm all about it. So we've got our zoodles from one zucchini, one medium-sized zucchini. I'm gonna also throw in some zoodled carrots. Again, this is a cold salad, guys. Those are kind of the base to my salad. I'm also gonna throw on here some dried edamame, some dry roasted edamame. Just again, a little bit of some savoriness there, as well as some different texture that we're gonna throw on there. I'm throwing on not even a quarter of a cup, so that's in there. All right, so now, here's the hard part. The hardest part of this whole entire recipe is going to be the sauce. So I'm just using a little container. You can use a bowl. We've got some ginger. Hi everyone, as you guys are logging on, I do my best to keep my eyes open and say hello when I can and when I can see, because you all know that I am completely blind as a bat. I'm also gonna use some honey. You could use maple syrup as well if you chose to. You don't need to use a ton, and to be honest with you, I think it's kind of an optional item. Just adds a little bit of that sweetness. You've got some soy sauce or tamari. You do need a little bit of sesame oil, some rice wine vinegar, and some lime, and guess what? Some peanut butter, or you could use almond butter, or you could use PB2, and you can kind of get the gist of what I'm looking at. So let's start to put that all together. So for this particular recipe, and you will not use this whole entire serving of dressing on this salad, it's a quarter cup of almond butter or peanut butter. I use these awesome single serving containers all the time. You guys, again, great food hack. You want to portion control your peanut butter or almond butter intake on a daily basis. This is the way to do it. It's so awesome. You just grab them out and go. It's also perfect as we head into the school year for your kids' lunches. Throw some celery cut up with one of these little bad boys. It's a perfect little snack for them, and it's portion controlled and amazing, and they love it. They can just throw the little container away when they're done, and it's absolutely perfect. So, all right, so we've got a quarter cup of peanut butter here. Bam, I'm gonna put that into my little container. Then you are gonna need about a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. This is super finely ground ginger, and I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon in. So we've got that 1 teaspoon of ginger. You also are gonna do about 1 clove of garlic, finely minced. So I am gonna just take, I actually already have garlic finely minced. I'm putting that into my container. I'd probably tell you 2 large teaspoons is probably good. Totally up to you from a flavor standpoint. You can always add more garlic later. So we've got our almond butter. We've got our ginger. We've got our minced garlic. Now we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And that's gonna give you that kind of saucy liquidity or the liquidy portion of this. Bam, 2 of those. We also need about 3 tablespoons of the rice vinegar. Rice vinegar is one of those things that not everybody loves, but you know what? It's seriously so great, and especially when you add it with that combination of the soy sauce. You guys, it is absolutely delicious. Now you also need 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. So I'm gonna get that sesame oil out. Now you guys, in total, this would actually normally, you could also do this with regular whole wheat noodles if you chose to. I just personally choose to do zoodles versus a regular noodle. So far you guys, in here, we've got that 1/4 cup of almond butter. You've got 1 teaspoon of finely grated ginger. You've got about a clove of finely minced garlic. You've got that 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of that sesame oil. Now, you could also add, if you choose to, I'm gonna do about half of what they call for. They call for 1 tablespoon of either honey or maple syrup. I'm gonna do about a half, just for a little bit of sweetness, but it's that natural sweetness. It's really not something that you need to do a ton of. Ooh, forgot a knife. Let me quick grab that. Bam, knife. We're gonna throw some lime in here. So about a half a lime, the juice from about a half a lime. Now, this is actually all you need. If you want to have a little bit of kick still in this, you can do some crushed red pepper flakes. I'm gonna do that because I like a little kick with everything that I eat. So hopefully you guys do as well. But again, that's one of those things that's also fairly optional. Now, I'm just gonna put my top on this. You could whisk this. Obviously you've got that almond butter in here, so you do definitely need to whisk it down. Because I've got my Ninja blender, I'm just gonna pop my top on, quick go give it a whisk, and I'll be right back and we'll finish up our salad. Like that, it is ready. So just going back to review, guys, we've got our zoodles in here. We've got our carrot zoodles in here. I put a little bit of roasted edamame in there. And then one of the things that we haven't put on yet is those chickpeas. So I just did some canned chickpeas. I'm gonna just put about a half a cup or about a handful into my salad here. That's gonna give you a little bit of that carbohydrate piece in there, but of course, again, we've got such a great vegetable, carb-based nutrition here for lunch, and you could also throw some chicken on here if you chose to and you wanted to add a little bit of protein, or even honestly, throwing some yummy tofu on here wouldn't be a bad idea as well. So right now, boom, all those ingredients. I've got my little sauce here, ready to go. I'm gonna do a little quick taste of it. You guys, it's so good. And though I love my pad thai, if you're a person who doesn't like a whole kick in the face when it comes to spice in your food, this right here is exactly what you've been waiting for. You can taste the ginger. You've got that garlic in there. There's some sweet, there's some savory from that soy sauce and the peanut butter or almond butter and that rice wine vinegar. You guys, it's this perfect blend that it's gonna go so nicely. And then you've got the crunch of those vegetables with the creaminess of those chickpeas. I can't wait to dig in. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit. Now, before I pour that on there, if I can find it, guys, I usually have these little containers like this. It's a little salad dressing container. So normally, if you wanted to make this ahead and you get your zoodles into a container, you could put your dressing into a small little container like this, pack it away, put it in the fridge, and then tomorrow when you're at work, grab it out, pour that dressing right on top of the salad, like I'm gonna do now. Boom. And it doesn't take a lot of dressing, you guys. Right there is plenty. This might be, I think, like a tablespoon. And what I'm gonna do, the magic of having a top on your salad bowl, and I love this little trick. You guys don't need to load a salad up. Whether it's this salad or regular salad, you don't need to load it up with dressing to try to get dressing on every little bite. All you need to do is put that dressing on, put a top on, and guess what? Shake it up. If you do this, you shake it up. One awesome little arm workout, right? But when you shake it up like this, it's getting that dressing all over everything, and you don't need a lot. So you're saving calories, you're saving nutritional fat that you don't need to be taking in. And you guys, look at that. Boom. It is ready. Salad is ready. I cannot wait. In fact, I need to grab a fork so I can get a bite. You guys always know I've got to try things out. Grab my little fork. The dogs are pouncing at my feet if you can't see them. They want a bite as well. So I'm trying to get a combination of both the chickpeas, the zoodles, so I get a little bite of everything at once. All right, here goes. You guys, so good, so fresh. And guess what? This hot mess mom just was able to quick whip together a healthy lunch. Even though my shirt's on inside out, the kitchen is now a mess. It's okay to just be okay. You don't have to satisfy every single person around you. You cannot be all things to everyone. Be okay with where you're at today. Be okay having a fail. Be okay messing up sometimes. Guess what? It's the things we mess up on. It's the imperfections of our daily life that we should be learning from. And honestly, guys, we are perfectly imperfect. Embrace all your imperfections. Embrace when you're a hot mess and you don't have your shit together, because that is probably my #1 tip for absolutely anyone, is that I can look like I have my shit together, but at the end of the day, as long as I am okay with the fact that I don't have my shit together, that's all that matters. And that is what typically radiates off of me. It's just the confidence in knowing that I don't really care if I don't have it all together. I don't really care if I mess up. I don't care if I fumble over my words in a video. I want you guys to know the genuine me, and that is crazy, hot mess, loves to eat great, delicious food, and honestly loves to be able to connect with amazing people like you guys. All right, I have gone on enough today at lunchtime. You guys, I hope you get a chance to try out this recipe or some of the others that I've already posted this week. I'll be back at you tomorrow with a breakfast recipe tomorrow morning, probably about 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. I teach a class in the morning, but I'll be back at you guys, and we are gonna actually make salad for breakfast. Don't freak out, I promise you. It is so yummy and delicious. We're making a BLT salad for breakfast tomorrow morning, 7:30. Catch me here. All right, guys, have an amazing afternoon. As always, love ya.